All right, good morning, everybody. Happy leader planning session of February. This is for us all to put our brains together. Okay. So, my intention today is to try to host these planning sessions after you've had the kickoff meeting. Some of you are in our coaching group, and if you didn't join the Momentum Makers group and you still want to be in a community of like-minded leaders who want to grow, and change momentum to their team, themselves, their business. It's not too late. You can put in the chat. Please include me. I'm just putting the pod coaching groups together for next week. So it's never too late. You can join at any time. I don't have rules. I don't have this ginormous have-to structure. So if you do want to hop into that, we do have 30 people in there. It's fantastic. I'm super excited about it, but you're welcome to join. So thank you all from going from Monday kickoff to Tuesday Momentum Makers to yesterday step into faith. So the kickoff week is always going to be a little bit more packed than most, but that's because we want to get everything ready. So the step into faith is already in your WhatsApp. I will tell you my behaviors versus what the company does. Anything that comes on a Zoom with Linda or me, unless it's coaching, is recorded. And I typically will give you the deck and the WhatsApp link always. Hopefully by the end of the night, unless it's just too late and I am spent, it will either be there before I go to bed at night after the meeting or first thing the next morning. It's already in there. So trust me, your WhatsApp will always be very timely if it's me driven. Okay. And so I'm running all of Linda's so that we don't go into the hiccup we had when she forgot. Okay. So, I'm a psycho on this. When in doubt, if you can't find something that's from the region on our Zooms, that's on my regional calendar, unless it's Jafra, where it's on Insiders or their Facebook page, get subscribed to my YouTube channel. Everything is there. Learn to go into WhatsApp, click on the top and look at media links and docs, and you can find everything as well. Okay. So great question. I love everybody asking. We just want to be granularized, simple, and find everything quickly because the world is moving fast. So, all right, everybody. So thank you for asking that. It's already done. I do email to everybody. I try to do at least 1 or 2 emails to the leaders, and everything from the week I put in there for you, but it's typically for those who don't do WhatsApp, aren't on Facebook, all of that. I still have to do the snail email, and I promise you I will. Okay. But I'm super organized, super fast, and away we roll. So here we go. All right. We're going to just roll from step into faith a little bit. So I'm going to take you through this quick. We're going to review programs. I don't want anybody doubting any program we have. So we're doing it fast. I don't want to keep repeat, but I don't want anybody as a leader not being in the know and the now right now, because it's already moving so quickly. A week is already gone of February. So again, as we left off last night, which we kind of keep moving stage to stage, we're going to just debrief. It's not more information or training. You don't need that. We're going to take it as we are. But I do love to celebrate what happened in Gen Market in January. I love celebrating the top states. You have your district team. You have your area team. You have your central branch. You have your state. Your state is your whole backyard. Your US is again your backyard as well because you can do everything online as well. But I want to celebrate top leaders. Who has the most leaders? You can see why and where I fly to many times. And sometimes a couple of states merge together because they're neighborhood states, okay? But imagine spending $2,000 on a flight to go hop to 4 leaders. That's why I have to really look at where do I go, where I can see the most influence. So I want to celebrate the state of California right now with 37. Our goal is to get to double-digit leaders. This is my vision, my compelling passion. States with 10 or more leaders is where we go, is where we grow, because now you have a community. Arizona is filled with 14. Then we've got Florida and Michigan with 12. So we're going, We're growing, and you're going to see that many, many times. These are some of the places I'm going. I want to go to every one of your states, but I can't because I don't have that budget, but it's because we want to keep growing leaders. So that's my conviction. That's my passion. Our active base, let's take a look. Who grew the active base? Out of all 52 states in the nation, these are the states that grew. If you don't see your state, it didn't grow. Active is adding more active consultants and new than losses, meaning P's that went to an I, I's who didn't come back to A. So that's what active base is. They have ordered one time in the last 4 months and they're new and activated. Oregon, number one. I was there. You see where I go. Massachusetts and Connecticut coming to your area soon. Georgia coming to your area in the future. Vermont, number four. Colorado, DC, heading out there, Delaware, Kansas, Kentucky, Maine. That's kind of that little northeast hook there. New Jersey, Puerto Rico. Some of these are super small states, but they grow the base because they might have 10 and get to 12. So again, some of them have a little bit different denominator, but I say congratulations. So as a woman who owns the US or a man, as you own the US, what states can you grow? Look at your consultant base, sort them by state. Say, who do you know that? The joy of filling a US map on your wall is really a part of a compelling vision. Now, who had the top activity? This is what percentage. These are things I'm going to be coaching to in our Momentum Makers coaching group. We're going to look at reports and look at your activity, your active base. This is the percentage of active consultants who ordered. Typically, the goal is get to 50 to 60. General market last month, you had like 36%, okay, out of all our active base and those coming back that ordered. Our goal, we see the Hispanic average is about 46%. So this is something Jackie and I were teaching last year. This is just who our top states are. Again, you can kind of see where I'm going. Michigan and Maine, bravo. Then we've got Maryland, Nevada, and New Hampshire. Great job. Georgia, Maine, New England again. Then we've got California, Alabama, North Carolina. So again, keeping that active rate above what we're even doing in our overall general market. So I just love shout outs and I want you to own your backyard for Power Week. I want you to own your state. I want you to own the US. It's all yours. It's wide open. Leaders, we want leaders, not just followers. We want to lead people. Linda did this last night. I'm not here to retrain your brain. But as we kick off, today, we want to think about this. Sometimes we're like, well, I can't control. There are things you can control and things you can't control. Just what we talked about today. We can't control this weird weather. We can't control others' attitudes. If they ghost you, let it go. You can't control it. You can't control what they have as opinions, what they think. You can't control politics. It's why I can't waste my time really watching the news all day because I can't control it. I can't control the future. I can't control the website. I can't control where Jeffrey's going. I can't control the past. What I can control is my decisions every day. I can control where I choose to live or build in the United States. I can control my relationships, that retention letter that Linda talked about a lot last night, be it in life, be it in business. I can control where I work, how I work, and whom I work with. That is in your control every day as the boss versus those who have to go to the office and work with the same people every day, right? You can control what you act on, how you act, and the actions you take. You can control your words and your thoughts and your mindset and your belief. And you can't control what you eat, what you don't eat, how you exercise, which was last night's conversation. This is always a good thing. You'll see when I do coaching, I'm going to say, I don't think we can control it, so we probably don't want to spend our time there. Okay? So these are things that also help you in coaching. We listen a lot. We understand a lot. But again, let's focus on what we can control. So as we go forward, we go where we left off last night. Linda talked about the three key focuses in this business. It's never changed. What are we doing to attract new customers, new consultants, new leaders every day? That's top priority. Without new, you can't grow. Then what are we doing to retain what we have grown? Those relationships, the reach out. You guys did a great discussion. And then she talked about leadership. What is leadership? Developing people, helping them stretch themselves, finding out their why. Because a leader like you has a clear, compelling vision. They can see it, they can say it, the team knows it, the team gets it. Even if no one's on board, it doesn't matter. You lead. If all you're leading is yourself, be proud of it and eventually become an attraction magnet. And then the most important thing we do is have strategies to get it. There's not a magic pill how, there's not a magic way, a magic script, so get over it. There's not like, oh yeah, but online's the way. That is not true. Companies are closing because they tried one way only. That is not going to be us. We always value your way. So as you start where we left off yesterday, these were things that we saw that are available. You decide if you're getting it. This is your quarterly bonus, a brand new start to 2025. If that's something you own, you want to see it all around your office. You want it written on your paper, on your vision board. I'm getting the 500. You want it spent and then thinking, what does 15 new consultants do for me? Everything we have in February actually aligns to help you get this more than I've seen all in one bundle in a long time, a very long time. So it's not impossible. It's called Think It's Possible. You can control your thoughts, your decision, and your actions and your strategy. So again, revisit it. The second thing Linda talked about last night was this could be a move up for you or someone, not yet even a manager. Again, start with 4. Find your bestie to bring 4, and they could not only just promote to manager, but to DM1. Don't tell me we haven't done this in our past. I can't control the past, but I do know the past taught us all things are possible. And that's even when it was 10 or 12. That's a mindset of believing people want this because they do. So this is saying, this is where I'm going. Maybe you're a DM2, but you've never been a DM3, and this is the month you get there. These are those first-time bonuses. Maybe you have managers in your first line who have never been a DM1. When was the last time you said, are you ready? Let's go. I'll do it with you. And we'll talk every day. We've got 20 days ahead of us, and we're going to do this. 21 days equal new habits. So nothing's too late. Nothing is impossible unless you decide, and you're controlling that inner circle. I can't control the outer, but I can control the inner. So first, the big compelling picture starts there. So in case you've already set your goals, we've had a business meeting launch. Some of you had the momentum makers. Some of you were at Linda's last night. If you've done all 3, you might have your goals already. My goal is your chat is your share box. Your microphones will be our brainstorm. If you already know these goals, here's the big deals. Those are the bigger pictures. You can get 500, you can get a new title. But which Las Vegas rebate are you getting? 300 or 500? If you already know this, put it in the chat. If you don't, you'll put it in the chat before we go. Number 2, are you going for 6 or are you going for 10? And who are you influencing in your downline to do that? How many? So first, sorry, forgive my brain. First line, what is my rebate goal? Second line, how many 300 rebates will you have and 500 rebates? You might not have sponsored him yet, but go find rebaters. What are you going for, 6 or 10? How many will you have if you have leaders go for 6? How many if they go for 10? They can't promote and get this, okay? It was title frozen Feb 1st, just so you know. How many of you are sitting here? I don't care if your title's manager. All you have to do is get to DM1 to go on the retreat. This is a 3-day, 2-night retreat. I'm so excited about this retreat. I'll tell you more about that. It'll either be the 1st or 2nd week of April. You have a right to say, yes, I'm going. I got to book rooms, you guys. I could lose $2,000 because you said you weren't going to earn it. I could lose $2,000 because you said you were and you didn't do it. So I want to be mindful of how many are going because I have to book it now. Imagine you doing a retreat. It's the same thing. You got to prepay the rooms, and I'm paying for your room, by the way. So attrition is a big deal with contracts. So if you're going to the retreat, that's a part of what you'll put in the chat with your 3 answers on do and influence. If you are going on the retreat, do you prefer the first week of April or the second? Okay, that's all I'm asking. Okay, we left last night. So I'm going to just stop a minute. We're going to go where we left off. Did you have any thoughts where we left off last night? Because I promised we would brainstorm on this, and I want to. And then I'll come back. I'll review any questions you have on the programs. I'm just going to ask you if you have questions. I don't need to repeat them. Nothing's a silly question. And then we're going to go to our how do we ending. Okay. So, people development. This is first, again, what Linda brought to us last night. And I'm going to go back to open mic after a couple of slides. As a leader develops people. It isn't settling where they're at and accepting. It's saying, oh my gosh, you are one of our super sellers, Miss VIP. Maybe she's not a VIP, but she's your top seller. Start where you are. And
Jackie, this has to do with this people development stuff. Is Linda defining a super seller as minimum VIP?
I'm getting there. So, super seller is where your team is. Like I said, it could be a VIP. If you have a team filled with VIPs, great. Then, how do we move a super seller in your group? It's a VIP to get to be $1,000 seller because that's the minimum to Las Vegas. If you have a branch that has no VIPs and no top sellers, pick the top 3. You define a super seller based on your stats of where you start, but it's where you're developing and growing. We want to nurture people's strengths. We want to provide opportunities to help them stretch that thinking because you believed in them, you called them, you saw their qualities, you told them what makes them great, and said, how would you like to go from a top seller to a super seller? So that was part 1. We can't define that black and white because your teams are all different. It's a question of what do I have in my calendar to develop top sellers? And some of your super sellers only want to sell. That's okay. But how do we teach them to get what they want from that income and their time and their results? Developing your super sellers. Team 2. So think about what can we do as leaders differently than we've done or more of what we've done to have more and more super sellers. You actually can even call them that. Then you've got your team builders. And I'll come back to this in a minute. I'll show you her slides. But the second group, it used to be kind of A, B's, and C's. Now we're after super sellers because everybody needs more economic money solutions. And we have the best commission. So we got to be the best at coaching to it. Team builders, we have a second form of communication. They do want to be a team leader. They do want to impact and make a difference in entrepreneurs' lives. They love to represent teams. They love to earn bonuses and trips and more. Great. What structure do we need in place? What can we do to say, listen, you're my top seller? Are you open to inviting others to your team and growing your own team like ours and working together differently as team leaders? Or maybe they've said, I want it, but what do we have to do to help them get it now? You can't say, I want to be a manager for 2 years. It's 4 people getting started, but always adding the next 4 and the next 4. Next, I want it all. I need money. I need $1,000 now. That is today's mantra of every age and stage. It's not the age, it's the need. Want It All is selling weekly and adding to their team weekly. This is also for yourself. How do you hold yourself to where you're at? And then how do we coach and develop others? So let's take a quick view. Thank you, Cheryl, for asking. This is this. How can we guide top selling consultants or those who are consistent or kind of always in our top brackets in your central branches to even build more? Having great new customers all the time, each month or each week, and then doing great customer service. Remember the two paddles in the boat. The second group is your team builders. How do we guide them right now to grow? Because Las Vegas is sales and sponsoring. What if they achieved more in February, which then helps you leverage the retreat? So, what do we do with this group? How do we identify who might be interested? What qualities are we looking for? What behaviors do we have? And really, do we invite them or do we just assume? And then the want it all group. The model truly of direct sales and Jafra, it's really kind of always been here, is $400 weeks and two QNCs or more a month. It's a weekly business. They choose how are they going to grow new customers every week and service the ones they have. I truly know if you have too many new customers, even if you don't even know what to say, you'll sponsor. But are we guiding them how to sponsor? What to say, how to close a deal, and choose either the beauty products as a client or the beauty products as an insider consultant. And if they were to make money at a business like that consultant, what would they do with it? Are we doing the simple questions in closing? So she asked us to come back and think about that. I'm going to stop really quick. What have you thought about, or what does this make you think about? And this is open mic, okay? So this isn't me. I'm not here to coach and guide. I'm just bringing the thoughts out. What does this make you think about that we could bring about ourselves, our team?
It's made me think about kind of the people who have been VIPs in my group that I can contact and maybe ask, hey, can we have coffee and see if you'd like to do anything a little bit different. I've already been thinking about that with one gal in my group, and I've got a few others that I'm kind of making a list on of who I could talk to about that. I love how it's broken down like that.
Okay. Awesome. Love that thinking. Coffee dates. Okay. What else?
Morning, Jackie.
And mentor.
I took the screenshot because I love the way you broke it down. Just as she was just saying herself, Sonia, that identify it's important to identify your consultants, and they all fall into typically three groups. Okay, and when you identify them, then you know exactly how you want to approach them because they still have different circumstances, that's personal or going on in their business or their life. But it's important to identify them uh, and know where they are. You might have a conversation with them, and because you kind of know by their activity where they stand and what they've done in the past. But you can also encourage them that it's time to grow and step up. And let's see how we can figure out ways to do that because I see you as a person that has the ability to go for some of these challenges and offers that Jabra has now. And especially the $300. That's what motivated me. When I saw that, I said, everybody can do this. I don't care who you are. So I just want to address the three different groups in three different ways because some people you got to push them along a little slow, ease them into the idea that yes, you can do this, and then others they know they can, So that's so just identify the group first. That's where you start. That's where you always begin with. Who do I have? What can we do, and how do I encourage them to come on board with the rest of the team? And we're going to figure this out. So identify the teams, break them down, and I just love the way I like the screenshot. I took all three because that's what my team will be taking time to identify where everyone's fits and go from there. So that's my comment so far.
I love this. So again, we've kind of named team members in the past, but I love this. This is a sign of the times today. The super sellers, influencers, right? Things kind of move. Right now, it's economics, the need of selling and income and solutions. Then there's the team builders, right? They do want two streams of income. They do love to help people. And then that third is I need it all. I want it all. And they're willing to work 5 to 10 hours a week at their business, literally to make $1,000 a month. I'm going to tell you that I want it all is a $400 a week or more model, plus, again, sponsoring two or more a month. You're going to see those people are after a part-time job, building into a part-time career because money talks, right? And there is something Mentori said, I love, I love. First of all, you make your list. Who do I have? Second of all, what will I do with them? I will think about what they could do before I even call them. Like, really think about them. Be very mindful, right, as you build a list. And then what will we do as a team? How do we do that? That how that she talked about. And then we invite them to the team of their choice. It's their choice, not ours. How many calls could you do in a day? How many 1 minute videos? But there's something perfect that Mentori said, and it's my favorite. I see you as. I see you as. Whoa. That was her magically delicious heart. And the more you write about, you write the name, you think about them, the benefits they would like, the qualities that they have, the opportunities that you see they could do. Now
I
it's
did
different.
something else. I did on my call. I gave them. I asked a question. I said, "Let's start at how many customers do you think, or how many people do you think you can get to place a $100 order?" I shocked them with that one first.
Mm, mm.
In a month's time, one or two, or I don't know. So I said, well, let's bring it down to okay. We have the Royal Almond specials. That's $59 retail. How many of those you can think you can sell per day? Okay, some people might super people, super stars. Well, they feel like they can do that per day if that was the goal. So I said, well, let's take it down. Do you think you can sell for the rest of you? How about just a $30 order per day? Well, I think most people believe they can do that. $30. How much is that? Two lip glosses or something. Can you do that? Can you text out the picture? Can you share that with people? You know, two lipstick orders. Okay, most people believe they can do that. Okay, multiply that by 30 days. What's the total?
900.
So I said, what is the total? Oh, Cecilia's on here. What's the total, Cecilia?
900.
$900. Can you believe that? Anybody can do, I feel, $30 order per day. Now, because February is a short day, you're a little short of
Yeah, yeah.
your $900. So the goal is only 1,000 per month. Okay. So I said, well, since March has an extra day, you can make it up in March or take a day from March or just decide to go for let's go back to the $59 offer, which is actually the $30 order for 30 days. We're just going to you can just do the $59 for 15 days. It's your decision. Okay. So do you want to work 30 days or 15 days? Either way, pick I just give them options and choices. That's all. I just break it down as bite-sized pieces that they can handle. And that was the formula we worked out on Tuesday.
Love that to death, right? So along the way, like Linda said last night, you might be getting this $300 bonus. Of course, we all love it. But we also love the fact that they're making $500 every month along the way. So
Exactly.
that's the marriage
Jesus.
to it. And it's not about buying, Jeffra. It's what Mentori said. What's her way? So when you make that list, Mentori's right on. Who did I think of? What would be her way and how would she do it? Think ahead, but then do you have a place to gather people? She did this with her team already. You guys, we're getting this 300 or 500, but how do we do it your way in your bite-sized chews? What days you willing to work? What's your favorite offers? Okay, if it's almond, great. How many almond hand treatments can we do? And let's add the scrub to it, man, and let's take it away, right? So it's 15 in a month. So breaking that down but letting them share. So I'm going to show a picture and then I'm going to Shafika. Bravo, Mentor. I love this. I haven't read the chat yet. I'll get there. I got to show you something. Okay. Bear with me. You brainstormed my head to something. I wanted to brag about this. Okay. This is Helen Wells. Helen, I'm bragging. I love this. Okay. So Helen had called and said, help with recognition. We brainstormed it out. What could she do? And something new to Jafra is, the Jafra Royal. She's like, what could I do for VIPs? Well, there was all sorts of frames and things. I'm like, well, whoever sees their frame, it's sitting in their office. So we talked about how do you go out in public? So she made these beautiful Jafra Royal VIP name tags for her annual recognition for 2024. So I'm going to bring this up for a reason. So first of all, can we give Helen a big round of applause? I loved it. I bragged about her in Oregon. They went cray cray. So, Helen, how was that? How was the reaction to the way you celebrated Royal VIPs with a name tag?
They were so excited. And I don't think it really shows, but on the outside of that is a bling. And everyone's sitting there and go, I want one of those name tags too. And
So, I
it was exciting. Yeah.
I love that she did this at her annual recognition dinner. It was so brilliant. And so, you know what it made me think of? As they are a super seller, as they are a team builder, as they are go get it all. Can you imagine like name tags, hats, things that represent so they stay true north? I don't know. I was just thinking cray cray, but Helen I had that in my slides to show you all because again, identity of a group that aligns to their title, right? See it, say it, plan for it. And then you know how to categorically remember the things you can control, who you work with, how you spend your time, and what you do with those willing to work. If you're trying to work with everybody and just maintain your branch, you will never have growth. You're going to go in circles. We have to have new. We have to then develop people and service everybody with good follow-up. But I love this thinking. So thank you for letting me pause and thank you for keeping your hand up. Thank God it's a graphic, not your hand, Shafika. Your arm would be sore. So thank you, my friend. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask Mentori. I think those were great tips. And I know in the beginning she said that she focused on, the team in three different categories. So I want to know if those three different categories are they the same, like the super seller team builder, or what are your three different categories that you broke your team list out into?
Well, I was referring to the slides that Jackie showed. Your superstar, that's always your A consultants, the ones that game for anything and everything. Your B consultants, those are the ones that like to participate. Just they're not quite VIP consultants. Okay, they're the ones that order every 4, 5, 6 months, and then you have those that are they just like to come to conference. They like to participate. They like to go to my luncheons. They like the group activity. They like the social part of it. So sometimes I can encourage them to come on. We're going to go a little bit further this time. Am I answering your question correctly? Your A, B, and C
Yes.
consultants. Yes, I just like the graphics the way Jackie that she showed. I love those. So I'm going to be
Okay.
using those slides on my next meeting
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
She
for
was
my leaders.
sharing what she did on Tuesday was that she was like, we're $300, everyone can earn that. That was her
That's
mindset,
for everybody. Exactly.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
her
the team.
team.
That's what the team is working toward. That's the goal. I set it, and then I gave it. I approached it as this is where you are and how you're going to get there to all three ABC consultants.
Yeah. So
If
she
that
was
make any
about,
sense, Jackie knows what I'm trying to
Mentori's
say.
team. When Mentori's team was already planning their attire. So
Yes,
but
we
they
are.
want to go free because they're going to
Right.
spend time in Vegas. I know that group, right?
Yes.
So it
Yes,
was
we
all
are.
about how do we get 300, 500? How do we do this? Everyone can do it. Let's do it in
Right.
bites, choose.
Hmm.
But then categorizing in new verbiage and thinking helps us coach and train different, right? So
Right.
love that, love that, love that. So, okay, anyone else with thoughts and ideas? I'm going to review all of the programs and we're going to come back and end with some brainstorming. In Helen Wells' chat, she gave you where she gets her name tags. Okay, so thank you. Thank you, Helen. Love what Mentori is sharing. And again, it's really to say, whoop, new mindset, vision, growth, clarity. People want to be a part of something. I wouldn't wait to make dates and appointments. I would start calling and get together on Zoom right away next week. It honestly, I love coffee dates, but I got to tell you, there's not enough time in the world. This is moving fast. And if we get a month behind on $1,000 and a sponsor, it's hard, you guys.
As a
Yes.
matter of fact, I've already sent out the email yesterday recognizing those that are already halfway there for their $1,000 this month. And people already have 500 or more in retail sales in their first 4 days. So, it's off and running.
Okay, this is it. The pace of your team is how fast you race. There isn't time. I don't care if you have to do 1 minute videos to every person one by one. You guys, it's a 1 minute video. If you have 50 people in your central branch, it takes you 1 hour. Do not make haste or waste. I see this. I believe in you. This is Mentori's verbiage, not mine. This is called invite now, have a place to gather and see what they want. If you need one-on-ones, great. Book 15-minute one-on-ones on Monday, or tomorrow. But this is called the race pace. We have a free iCapsule for $450 retail. So maybe the early bird gets more. If you like recognition, do more incentives. That's up to you. But what are we doing for the early birds, right? So again, this is lovely. And then that recognition every week, brilliant. It's got to be, let's go, let's track, let's do. Maybe it's a WhatsApp group. I do love those. I think it's a little faster moving than a Facebook group in these days anymore. So again, a messenger group, whatever that is. So love that. Okay. I'm going to go, if you have more ideas, type them in the chat. Let me get to slides so we have complete clarity. I'm seeing a couple simple questions. I'm not going to read details, okay? Please forgive me. If you have more questions after I boogie through the slides, great. I want to keep brainstorming. So as we go here, again, $300, $500. Did you register? Registration is now open. Every VIP should have a call because she's half price for Nat Con. So that's first priority. Again, here's what we've got. How do I help you go from VIP level, if that's my conversation, to $1,000? Again, I love Mentori's thinking. Okay, I know it's a shorter month and we've already got a week in. We'll add the 250 next month. We'll add what you gap on next month because March is a long month, like she said. So beautiful. But it's on average 1,001 and 1,250 and two. Some people maybe want to get all the sponsoring out of the way and start earning commission on that $1,000 a month sale. They make $55 more if they qualify in February, March, April, and May on themselves alone, right? So be teaching comp plan 11% versus all things because a paycheck matters more now in this economics. If I hear about eggs one more time, it's going to make me crazy, but it's nuts. It's nuts. And they need us. And that's what we do. We help people get the solution. So there's that. That's your cash back at convention. Leaders, look at this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. So I'm going to have you pause on your paper for goals. I saw goals, but I only saw some. What level of Las Vegas are you earning? How many $300 rebaters in your central branch and how many $500 rebaters in your second branch, in your central branch? That should be written on your paper now. My goals are. The second topic is this. This has, again, 30 some gifts. Again, 2 QNCs you have to do. And then you pick your formula for 4 people with $400 in any of these categories. Their N's, their I's, their P's, their indirects. If you launch Vegas like Mentori and she has 4 people, maybe you do a Las Vegas on tracker, right? So again, it's show me the money, yes, but maybe you have an extra incentive when they do 1,001, 1,250 and 2. That's where I would add. I don't like to add a lot, or anybody who promotes early in February to kick off Las Vegas. There's more money in Vegas for you from me, but it's in Vegas, okay? Or whatever you do. But the I's, the P's, the N's, and anybody who's active but had 0 last month, if they all go to 400, and I'll send you a report, it's a massive report. I've got to spend hours getting it ready for you, but I do have it ready for you. You know, I send private guides. Please don't ever share content. But if that helps you, I will be pulling that for you soon. Okay. I got it last night. It's large, but I'll get there for you. Okay. So are you going for 6 or are you going for the 10, which is 2 directs and 8 of that magical recipe below for an extra $100? This is great incentives to use for new consultants who join with a bestie, for new consultants who do Jumpstart, for new consultants who get to leader. They get some of the swag every month. We're giving you the swag. They don't have to get to Royal to get it. So that's our goal. Okay. So here it is. What goal are you going after? 6 or 10? And if you have downline, how many 6 achievers will you have? And how many 10 achievers? Right, that is goal number 2. All right, here's the retreat. I see some questions on it. Everyone can go. Whoever is, again, going on this retreat, it will be held the first week or second week. I'm negotiating with hotels today. I have the coolest thing. So you'll come in the afternoon on a Monday or Tuesday. We will have an afternoon session. We're going to sit up by the bonfire with pizzas and vino or bubbly or whatever you drink and hang out. This is good old-fashioned friends. Your hotel is paid for, 3 days, 2 nights. We get up in the morning on the second day. You're going to have breakfast and we're going on a field trip. We're leaving site. We're not hanging at a hotel in meetings. We're going to be gone for about 12 hours. And man, we've got activities planned for you. Then the next day we have breakfast and we're in our meeting room for 4 hours and we're really making plans. This is about what do you want to do, be, have, and give in this chapter of your life. You're going to love it. I'm so excited. So we will have snacks or lunch on the days. Dinner will be on your own, but again, we might do group share for pizza and then dinner will be Dutch dinner on the middle day. Okay. And then you'll be on your way. It will be in California. It's either Long Beach or Redondo Beach, whichever I can negotiate the best price. This is very costly and I've got a little budget, but I'll make it work for you. And we're going to have all sorts of fun. This is good old fashioned Gen Market leaders gathering. You have to be a DM1. If you're a manager right now, you've got to promote a branch. If you're a DM1 with grace periods, you got to maintain your title. So DM1, March 1st. And then you do go for 6. I have nothing else to tell you. What I really need in your third goal is, yes, I'm going for the retreat, meaning I'm going to be there. And I choose week 1 or week 2 of April. I'm using that to guide me. If there is a choice of prices, I'll choose what you want. If I can't, I can't. Okay. But I'm going to try to wrap it around you. I am not going through this grid. This is just a checklist on how everything double dips, triple dips, quadruple dips, and what am I actually coaching, training, and guiding people and myself to do. This is the strivers and the drivers of 25ers. Okay. So these are the things we want to guide coach. It just gives you sort of, OMG, here's everything. Remember, you have a free gift by the 15th for the early bird, like Mentori's already starting the reco for the weekly. You have VIPs ordering by the 14th, so they get their free brochures. So those are those first groups, right? So everything's here if you like a tracking chart. So this is what I said in the chat. Put your full goals. What rebate are you getting? Who am I influencing at 300, 500? Not names, just how many. My goal is 6 or 10. I will influence a 6 or a 10 if my title is DM1 and above right now. I'm going to earn the retreat. Yes. And I want the first or second week of April. Okay. It'll be in the middle of the week. I'm not doing weekends. I can't. The hotels are on spring break. It's super duper expensive. That's it. Okay. So let's come back to we're going to brainstorm. I'm just giving you thought starters. How do we sponsor our two? I'm going to say this very bluntly and boldly. Write down your names of your first two. What's in it for them? What's their because, their why? Remember, some do for product consumption, some do to build clients and be a seller and make money. Some do it because they want to help people. They like a community. Great. Commit to it in your paper. This is just for you. And what do you do during a February for everybody you bring in that they join with a bestie? This has to be the number one biggest reco you do. And I love the manager gift shop. They get to go pick their logo item when they join with a bestie their first week. That would be my number one change to all things. It's just me in my head watching all of you all and just saying, this has to be the coolest thing. Share the love. Share the love. Who else needs us? Who else do you want to work with? Teach them those questions and show them how to invite. Do it right there when you're sitting with them on Zoom. Text somebody, let them join the Zoom room in person. Let them get on FaceTime with you. Do it. If everyone joins with someone, your team completely changed this year. Suddenly you have those indirects for Go for Six, the retreat, but you're teaching how simple the rebate is, even to the new. Okay. How to be a DM1. These are things we can come back and brainstorm on. So how do we sponsor? If you need a former list, I'll give it to you. I think they're a great list for referrals. They might join, they might come back. If you need it, all you gotta do is tell me, I'll email it to you. Okay, you don't have it in your back office. How do you be a DM1? Okay, so we try to look at these two groups. Who is that? Who are they? They are probably your top priority first calls, right? So if they've said someday, whatever, again, you have to promote someone this month if you're not. Okay, who do you know looking for 1,000? This is everything we talked about. Everything that Mentori was talking about, everything that we're planning on. And remember, you can add Power Week. Plan it. Have a Power Week plan Monday morning or tomorrow. This has been working. This has been a blast. Some of you do this automatically out there in Detroit, but you know what? Again, rally them. Help them think during Power Week, what can we do? Get them in the WhatsApp. Have them join every morning at 8:30 to learn something new, to power up the day, and do daily incentives. I do daily giveaways too. Just duplicate what I do, right? So again, a great opportunity, whether they're Spanish or English, we're all doing this. They can get on my YouTube channel if you need that. You might have your own. Help everybody plan to go social on Thursday for Almond. We're nuts about it. We're nuts about Jaffa and Royal Almond. Here's the other trainings. We've got Wednesday night and we've got Monday basics. So again, wait, is that Tuesday? So you've got your trainings all set for Tuesday, Wednesday, and daily pump me up in the morning. Okay. You also have places around the nation, Minnesota, Michigan, Maryland. I'm on the M&M tour. So that being said, those cities are your cities. We're paying for that meeting room. Boost out in those states. Get some guests there. Go live on Facebook. Say, who do you know? Call someone you know who lives in those states. Use it. Leverage it. I made this as a graphic. I'm going to stop talking. Remember, these are all the incentives on the table. Pick them, show them, share them, inspire, teach them. So again, that's all it is graphics. You'll have the deck as always. So we end with your goals in the chat. If you did one, that's okay. Do all three for me and the we on your team. That is our ending to the step to faith. And now we come back with some more brainstorm. All right. Ideas, thoughts, stimulation in our final, what do we have? Oh, we got about maybe 9 minutes. What else has this made you think about that you can do or we could do? Anybody go.
The whole daily incentives and then getting everybody together for the Thursday social is very encouraging. I mean, I'm all excited. And then to be able to pick a logo item when you join with a bestie your first week. Love that.
Okay, awesome. What else? Thank you. How do we do that? How do we help these people join, right? Get your sponsoring early. Early birds always get the worm. But then what do we do as well to help them get someone? So think of that strategy, right? Okay, awesome. What else?
I have a quick question. On that, I can't remember which one it is. Maybe it's Las Vegas. Or maybe it's a retreat. When it says 4 from the categories, can it be mix and match or does it have to be all one?
You do your own formula. We're not telling you what to do.
Okay.
They just
Thank
have to
you.
have 400.
Right. 4 with 400 out of any combination of those
N's,
categories.
I's, P's, direct QN, indirect QNCs, or they were active last month, didn't order, and do 400 this month.
Excellent.
Got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go
Just
ahead.
I have a question. Oh.
A quick question. So the 4 that we can do all the different categories, can they be like 3 inactives and then 1 that
We
haven't
don't care
QNC?
your
No.
formula. We don't
Oh,
care what
okay.
your formula.
Okay, just as long as it fits in one of those
Mix and
categories.
match it to get to 6 or 10 for $100.
Okay.
Jackie, I have a question for that 400. Is that accumulated or one $400 order?
No, it's accumulated.
Okay.
400 retail.
Okay. And the
But
website orders count toward that 400 like normal as well.
the only thing that is order size is your eye capsules at 450.
Okay.
And we do not have a gift for the I's and P's. We're putting all of our money into you. So if you want to have an activation gift, that's on you this month. We're not doing that for your consultants. Does that make sense? Okay, what else? What else can you do for training, coaching, reach out, incentives? What's it making you think about? Anything else?
Call the key people first or have a little get together with the key people first. I like the get together because they influence each other. So, but do that first, work from the most likely, the possible, and the ABCs.
Excellent. Excellent. Love that. Get your list, as Mentori said. The first thing she said is who, right? You're an owl. Who. Make your list and then you help them make theirs. Excellent. What else?
One of the things when I did the color match with Jackie, what she had us do, she gave us a sample script, and then she had us text 10 people right there on the spot, inviting them to have a color match session. And when you're looking for someone, talking with someone to going to become a consultant and you want her to bring one along, I think you can do the same thing with them as they do that right there on the spot. Don't let them go home. They just do it right there on the spot.
I love that you remember that. For those of you that went on the GPS tour anywhere, anytime last year, Jackie Elves did it in her Beauty Pro. We would sit at meetings. Helen Wells, I'm going to use you as an example, my beautiful friend. You sat at the very first GPS that Jackie Pepe and I did last year in Los Angeles at the Holiday Inn. And we made everyone make a list. We talked about parties, we talked about facials, we talked about the consulting in the back office, right? The consultant tool, what's that called? Anyway, the skin analysis and the makeup try-on, right? We talked about that. And we said, but wait, who deserves, who needs, who would love your love of a facial, of a party, having some fun? Helen Wells' team blew up. Helen, how many parties did your team? They had to text there, and we didn't stop. We didn't go on in the meeting till everybody was texting. They created their script. They did it, just like Peggy said. Helen, you were off the hook.
Well, first of all, is to get people there. I think we had 15 people there, and they, just like what I think Mentori said, we need to inspire each other. Or no, Sarah said, get people there because they inspire each other. And then one of the girls said, "Oh, I just booked a party," and the girl next to her said, "Oh, I just did a personal." She said, "Oh, maybe I'll call her back for a party." So it was dynamic. Yeah.
And during every meeting, we had them texting people about the opportunity. We had them texting people about the party. I know Sally Templeton left and their team did. Remember the luau party out on the patio because we had something again Hawaiian. I don't remember what it was, but oh my gosh, we worked throughout every meeting all year on the tour. I got one. I got a yes. I got a maybe. It was to the opportunity and it was to trying the product, even if it was a sample, a facial, an appointment. So every event that you do is absolutely super important for that. So I love that you said that, Peggy. I do want to stand corrected on something. The half price to convention is gold or royal. So please forgive me. Your half price to convention, when you look at the two grids, thank you, Michelle. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I said it that way. My brain is speaking when I'm all excited. So, but it is gold and royal that gets half price to convention. Okay. So I just wanted to come back. You can look in your VIP guide. Okay. All right. Other thoughts, comments, anything?
Can you specify what the gold and royal VIPs?
Gold is VIP January through August. They've never lost a month.
Okay.
When you look on your VIP report and you filter it, there's a G. They were 2024. You are now in month 2 of 2025. They can't get back in if they didn't do January. They can't start if they didn't do January. 8 months, and then the 12 months is January through December.
That's the royal?
That's the Royal VIP.
Okay.
Okay. So please print your VIP guide. It is so good. It's so rich. Remember, VIPs pay your mortgage and light bill. If you have 10 VIPs, your branch is guaranteed $4,000. It's all in how you sell it. I love name tags about VIP. I would have a branch Zoom background on Canva. For all of you that like Canva or create things, why not have your team name and I'm a VIP, I'm gold. Think of your backgrounds on Zoom. Think of how you do your newsletters or recognition postings because that's what we want everyone to become. I'm sorry they can't get it if they're not into it this year. That's not what the program is about. The perks are very rich and very healthy when they are consistent. It's a consistency program, not a get into the club program, if that makes sense. So it's just amazing. It's again like your clients, right? You have your loyalty program for your clients. We've got loyalty program for VIPs, but consistency is gold and royal. Okay. So, and that's developing them to do it all the time without thinking, not just to get a gift. Because it's $200 a month, but we want to teach them how to get to 500 and to 1,000 if they want it all. Okay. Anything else with ideas? How did this help you today?
It focused me, and I needed help with that. So it's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. When you go to
Thank
the events page, Helen, it says 105.
Well, okay. I know that, but when I went to register, it said 149.
Oh, okay. That might be with their fees. Remember, they have daily resort fees and such.
Okay, thank
Taxes and fees, welcome to our lovely world. Remember, we do not have rooms before or after our event. You would need to get them on Expedia or somewhere else, Travelocity. We only were given by Caesars hotel nights at that low cost, the second, third, and fourth, or the first, second, and third, the nights that were there. So good question. Yep, that's your
And it also depends on how many people you put in your room, because isn't it additional $30 per person or something like that? If you have three people, you're going to have an additional $30.
It's
Oh,
an
it could be. I don't know.
It's an additional 30 for the third person and another additional 30 for the fourth.
Thank
So keep that in mind. Think
Mm.
about how you want to do that.
Yeah, that's on how you want to do that. I got your message.
Good. You're picking up what
Totally
I'm putting
with you.
down. You
Totally
hear me
with
clucking chicken.
you.
Good.
Yes.
Mhm.
Any other thoughts, comments, or question? I'm going to just end with a quick tootle for you on Jafra.com. I'm not training. I'm just going to show you. It's a glance because I know our hour has been recorded. Anything else you have questions on? This is for you. Anything else you need? Any ideas you want to share?
I want to thank Mentori so much for how you broke that down. Serious. Mentori, sometimes I
Amen.
think I get too complicated, okay? And I needed to back
Yes.
up and do a simplified plan. So thank you, Mentori.
Thank you, Mentori. I agree. Mhm.
Yay!
Helen, I think you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, just keep doing that. I don't think you need to change a thing.
I love that. Thank
You're
you.
both great. Thank you.
That's right. So, also do remember if you are going to the retreat or you know a leader that might want to be going and earning it, let me know because I do have to reserve those rooms. And that's where I just lose my shorts if I don't know. So I'm just trying to be mindful of what we need. So thank you so much. I'm going to just show you, I just went in Jafra Biz and I don't know how often you do this and you probably do, but I'm going to assume just not. All I want you to see is, again, really go into your Jafra Biz and see what's there because you might have the tools you need. When you go into the business hub and you click on training, because we're here to bring new people, renewed people. Maybe they're just coming back. Maybe their lives have changed and they now are willing to work a little bit and get a lot of it. So with all of that, remember in your training center, you've got the getting started tab here. And inside that getting started tab, again, it talks about the kit. It talks about the featured products within the kit, gives them some of their social media things that they can use, their graphics from what's in their kit. So they talk about the 4 products in their kit, what Jumpstart is. So you can use this at your onboarding. And don't let anybody get onboarded without bringing a couple of potential friends. Then when you go there, it shows them our 4 brochures. Walk them through the 24-hour checklist. Walk them through the new consultant guide. Even show them a little bit about VIP maybe on the second visit. And again, the power within them to have team building or I want it all. Again, even a new consultant, which category do I help you with? How do I coach and train you? And it takes them through their Start My Ways weekly offers. It also shows them how they can make sure that they sign people up for their newsletters. show them where their back office is, their website, and how a client earns perks, and we pay for that, and how their clients get free shipping, how they get free shipping. I love Mentori's $100. What would you sell for $100 order? Let's put together perfect $100 orders, maybe for a skincare lover, a fragrance lover, a makeup lover, a spa lover, because that's free shipping for the client. And she's on her way to becoming a platinum member as a client, right? So, or a royal member. So then when you click on business basics, again, you can also see the events calendar. There's every training possible in the general market. Here's everything here: how to sell, how to share, how to grow a team, and then anything they need with questions on compliance. Here's the video. Here is the business basics slideshow. You guys, you just have to keep using the same basics. The basics don't change. We give it to you to be empowered. In the how to sell, you've got a whole category there. How to share. We even have all the slides for an opportunity session. So there's the videos all organized. Again, teaching them about parties and sales and our latest training from Jackie Elves. Then when you go to sponsoring, so I don't know if you've clicked on all of these lately, but this is how you onboard people and train those wanting and willing to work in the 3 buckets, right? Sharing the opportunity, sponsoring meeting tools. If you want to hold opportunity meeting, it's all there. The new consultant guide is all there again to help you with the 3 types of buckets people want. So again, then you can go to how to grow. It just, the 3 buckets are here from super sellers, team builders, and I want it all. We even have the new manager module if they want that. It's all there for them to watch if they're ready to get it all and they'd like to pre-train the brain. Everything legal and compliance as well is here. And this has all sorts of things that they might have questions that you don't really know answers to. It's all there with the income claims. And I'm not going to, again, keep clicking on everything, but we have so much ready. Look at all the whole category of product education that's ready for them. Digital tips. This is everything from even how to use the website, how to order. When you're like, how do I tell people how to do something? Oh my gosh, this is a whole manual. I've sent it to you all, but in case you kind of get lost on stuff, this is every training current on how to use the website. So you don't have to teach. Every video is done. How to use a gift card. All you got to do is teach them where things are and empower them. Okay. We don't want people following us. We want to lead them to knowing what this business back office has. So, all right. Did that little Toodle drive-by show you a little bit more than you thought you had?
Yes.
Go play. Everything's done. You don't have to create. You don't have to wait till you get ready. Just build the relationships and invite them, as Mentori said, and then bring them together. She has her team every single Tuesday night. They brainstorm, they plan, they celebrate, and she just tracks and measures and recognizes. It's fabulous. All right. Anything else before we go?
Thank you.
I can't remember if the people that we had already signed up on our email from before the new system.
Have them all redo. You should
Redo it.
with a
Okay.
couple. I don't know that everything was transferable was
Okay.
the last message I
That's
had.
what I wondered. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
would have them go sign up because they have to go back in and sign up for loyalty rewards anyway. So
Okay.
have them sign up for loyalty, dip down and do the newsletter.
Great. Will do.
And you could do a 1-minute video if you wanted to teach them how to do it and do a
Idea.
drawing from everybody who orders this week.
Okay. I'm doing it.
And then say, hey, wait, check out how to be an insider really quick and let me know you did that and you go in twice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Love
Share
it.
my link, you go in 10 times. Just saying. I'm making it up. You know me.
Love it.
So,
I know.
but call to action works. I like it.
Yes.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Gina. Thank you.
Just wanted to make sure everybody knows about this. It's not about today's session, but for tomorrow, we have a special session on Jaffer Cosmetics. Linda Potter Lint will be there, and myself, along with Desiree and another gal from the beauty bar, Diana, will be doing makeup